Hey there, I'm doing some crafting on Saturday, so I thought I would set up the tripod and do a little crafty vlog. Alright, so right now I'm making these little doll shoes, and this wasn't in the hoop embroidery pattern, so a lot of it gets done on the embroidery machine, and then you do all the finishing work out of the hoop, obviously. So right now, I took the little template that came with the pattern and the PDF instructions, traced the sole shape onto 4 pieces of cereal box type paperboard, and then I glued 2 together for each one, and then went into my scrap box and got this red cotton fabric, and this is the lining of the shoe, and then I'm just following the directions and cutting out little notches so it's goes over more smoothly. So they don't say what particular type of glue to use, and they probably didn't think hot glue because it's more likely to burn your fingers, but unfortunately I've burned my fingers so many times that it's no longer really a deterrent. It doesn't really hurt that much. And this is kind of a thicker cotton anyway, so that also helps. So yeah, I'm just folding this over, and then cutting those notches means there's less bulk here. See, there's less this fabric overlapping, which makes it less bulky. So we'll just finish that off. Alright, there we go. And then on the front side, it's all smooth, and it's all covered with the nice red fabric, so you don't have to look at ugly paperboard. Alright, so now I need to do the second one, and when I craft, I generally I clean as I go, so then it doesn't feel like I'm spending as much time doing cleanup, and it's just easier. I don't know, I find it stresses me out to be in a really messy workspace. I think I cut this too close. Anyway, I just don't like being in a messy workspace. It stresses me out. So I just find it's easiest to clean up as I go, and then you get all the trash thrown away and the stuff put away, and you don't have to think about it again. Alright. So for those of you who don't have other obligations like work on Saturdays, I hope that you're doing some crafting or something enjoyable yourselves. Most Saturdays I spend just with me time, basically. And technically, I don't even know, maybe someone wouldn't consider this me time because the stuff I'm making is not for me pretty much ever, but I enjoy it, so I would argue that it is for me, because I really I don't know, it's really exciting making all this stuff. I make most of this doll stuff is for my niece, pretty much all of it is, so to me it's fun mailing all these things to her. She lives in another state, and then my sister is nice enough to take pictures of her as she opens the packages of things I send, and then I get to see her reaction when she opens all these things that I make for her. It's really, for me, it's being appreciated for giving your time and effort and money, whatever, all that, that's everything. I don't make gifts for people who don't appreciate them. So it's really cool, and I'm very excited actually because next month I get to see my niece in person. And actually, I have 2 nieces and a nephew. So, and I get to see them all and spend some time with them, and some of my extended family too. So I'm really excited about that. I live in Florida, and my parents live here, but just about everyone else is in Wisconsin, and that's where I'm originally from as well. So once a year, we're able to go up there and visit with them, and it's my favorite time of year. I really appreciate my family, and most of them are really great people. Alright, so I got my little soles done. So now I gotta decide if I'm going to finish this project or if I'm gonna move on to another one. And that's the great thing about crafting, is you can lose interest, or you really want to do something else, you can. So, and actually I'll show you. I'm working on these little unicorn slippers, and I've been working on them for a ridiculously long time. It's way beyond how I should have been working on them. These are based on a tutorial from American Girl Ideas. She has a blog, and then she has a channel here on YouTube. So just look up American Girl Ideas, either on Google or YouTube, if you want to make cool American Girl doll stuff. So anyway, yeah, I've been working on this, and I think I have everything I need to finally finish these. I made the little unicorn horns. See? And I just have to glue them on. I filled them up with glue to make them sturdier, and then just so I have more of a surface to adhere to. So otherwise I would only have the edge. This way, oh, I have to add more glue, but this way I'll have this whole surface here to adhere, and then I'll have to put something inside so I don't have glue seep through and stick the top of the slipper to the sole. So I have that, and then I have to either draw the little eyes and eyelashes on, or try to talk my 14-year-old daughter into doing it. She is a really talented artist. Very good. She does a lot of drawing and painting, and at this point in her life is interested in eventually going to an art school. So I always like to encourage my kids to pursue things that are positive, and especially if something they have a natural ability. So that is what she is interested in. So that's, I think, is wonderful. I wish I could draw or paint. I've always been envious of people who can. It's definitely a cool thing to be able to do. Alright, so I think I'm going to stick with this project. So I have to figure out which shoe goes with which. So this is the in the hoop portion. So I've already, as you can see, I cut it out and everything. I think I actually did it wrong, because there were little stitches here, and I think I was supposed to lay the vinyl down before I did those stitches, at least according to the pictures here, and I didn't do that. I thought that was the placement stitch, so that means there was not a placement stitch, and therefore I would not have known where to place the vinyl. I mean, I could guess, but then you end up with a lot of waste, and that really bugs me. So I don't know if I'm even doing this right. Oh, the name of this pattern, I'll have to look it up. I think it's like butterfly sandals or something like that. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. But it's the pattern company or whatever is, the designer is Frog Princess Fashions, I believe. I'm not familiar with them. This is the first of their files or patterns, whatever, that I've bought. So I have to kind of get used to how one designer does things over another. So that's what I'm doing. All right. And I've made other doll shoes before. I'm trying to think. I start with some McCall's ones. Don't really care for how they do things. So then I've gotten 2 designs from Apple Totes and Company, and she's actually local to me. I knew her in a local Etsy sellers Facebook group, and I've met her a few times. She's really cool. She does a lot of sewing. So, and I had forgotten that she had mentioned she did 18-inch doll patterns, because at the time I wasn't making stuff for 18-inch dolls. My kids had outgrown it, and you know, I don't sell that sort of thing, so really no reason to be making stuff. And then when I got into it again, I saw her on Pixie Fair, which is where you can get this pattern, by the way. And I remember her, oh man, that's Apple Toes. So I've gotten 2 of her shoe patterns so far. They're both embroidery ones like this, and they're really cool. I'll have to show them in a future video. So anyhow, I'm trying to figure out how to do this, because I don't know which is which. Alright, so I'm supposed to be doing the heel first, and then I'm not really showing the screen because that's kind of frowned upon, because the instructions, let me grab the other one. The instructions are part of what you purchase when you buy the design. It's not just the embroidery file or the pattern if it's a sewing pattern. It's also the instructions, so therefore it wouldn't be cool to share those. Oh man. See, this sort of thing this is my kryptonite, I guess. I think it's spatial awareness that I'm lacking. Alright, so locate center heel tab and glue shoe upper to insole at center back. Okay, I think I understand. But I need to look ahead and see if the insole goes on this side or that side. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. Alright, so this buckle gets fastened, some kind of reverse engineering. The buckle goes like this, and then the insole or instep, I don't even know the right word, is on the opposite side. So shoot, no, this is no, that has to be, okay. So this is what it's supposed to be when it's done. So therefore, I can lie this back down, and I think, is that it? Alright, so I know this is the correct sole for the correct shoe upper. So it wants me to turn it up this way, and it looks like it's matching the picture. Alright, so I need to find the heel tab, which is, I believe, right here, and hot glue it. Okay, so I've glued that, and then I think I need to clip off some of these extra little tabs. And this is to reduce bulk, as I discussed before when I was gluing the lining. Oops, I don't think I cut the wrong one. Anyway, so that's why. And then continue gluing on. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so I'm going to do one of these shoes. And then I think I'm going to go on to the unicorn slippers, because I don't want to share too many of these instructions out of respect to the designer. Although, if these turn out okay, I maybe I should contact the designer and see if she'd be okay with me making a video. What do you think, guys? People really seem to like video instructions. So I know a lot of you guys are fans of my videos on how to make disorderly threads, embroidered bags, and that's despite the fact that her instructions are really good. So I guess that doesn't necessarily matter to everyone. Some people, even if they have good written instructions, they just prefer a video and watching somebody do it. And I can relate to that, and even if I don't feel that way, I still think it's fun sometimes to watch people make stuff, as long as it's well edited, which is ironic because I'm probably not going to edit this video, but I guess you guys will let me know if you like this format or not. As you probably notice, I'm just trying all different types of things to see what works best for me and what my subscribers like. And then also working within the limitations of my current technical abilities. All right. Okay. At this point in time, this is pretty standard in my experience for making doll shoes, so I'm not really not revealing anything that's a trade secret at this point. All the shoes I've made so far use a cardboard for the inside of the sole, and then it gets covered with something better looking, usually craft foam or sometimes like a marine vinyl or a felt. So, well, this is cute so far. Alright, so I'm going to continue on with this one, and then we'll go on to the unicorn slippers. And then also today, I'm working off a long to-do list. Before I got on camera, I had stitched up a pillow that I had embroidered, and then I have to stuff that later. And then I made a doll dress. It's the Emily by Violet Field Threads. So I made that. I think that's all. Yeah. Oh, I just realized I have these sitting here. These are the pattern loafers from Apple Totes and Company. It's an in the hoop pattern, and then some of it's on the sewing machine, like this center back seam. I did that today because my plan is to finish those. I made this really cool law enforcement uniform for the 18-inch doll, and I realized I didn't have any suitable shoes for that. All the shoes that I currently have are quite feminine and decorative, like sandals and stuff, and those would not be appropriate shoes for a police officer to wear. So I had to make a plainer pair. So I thought just plain black. But that would be the most appropriate and realistic, even though I know it's just a doll, doesn't matter, but it's still fun to make it authentic, and my niece gets a kick out of all this stuff. And actually, to that end, I've got these little pieces over here. I got 4 of these because I gotta make little handcuffs. It's pretty humorous to me, but it's super fun. I'm making all these little things, and then I have to go on the bandsaw out in the garage later, cut down a dowel so I can make a nightstick, and then a couple other pieces I need to make this little doll chair that I came up with. Alright, so look at that. It's looking really cute. Alright, so I have to figure out, what am I doing with this? Glue the sides together. Okay, so I'm just gluing that. And then I have to put trim around the edges after I glue in the sole. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it wants me to glue it so this is facing out. Okay, so let me do that. And then we'll go on to the slippers. I should maybe do these types of videos live. I think that'd be more fun, because then if people watch, they can comment, and then I can answer questions and respond. Oh, I think I'm onto something. Alright, I'm going to try doing that. I don't know when. Probably, I'm going to be busy next weekend, but maybe the one after. Okay, so how cute is this? It's a little uneven at the top, but there's no stitching there, so I can just trim that. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for now, but I need to use that same template to cut a piece of craft foam for the bottom of this. And then you put some trim along the edge just to make it visually appealing. Alright, so we'll set that aside. Alright, back to unicorns. Alright, I need to put something in here. Alright, I think I'm just going to use this piece of cardboard. I got some Tom shoes. I always wanted to try those out because they looked really comfortable. So I finally got a pair for my birthday recently. So this is the tag that came with them. But yeah, I really like them so far. They're so comfortable, and that's what I was hoping for. And the ones I got are canvas, which I like. I try to avoid buying leather shoes. Alright, to make the slipper, I think it's going to go more toward the center, because the eyes will go here, and then the mouth would be here, so I think about there. Alright, and then I got to find the back where the cardstock meets up, and I'm going to put that towards the back. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, hot glue. Oh crap. Alright. Alright, let's see how that works out. That's so cute. Alright, so we'll let that cool off for a minute. And then, what should I work on next? I guess I'll show you some of the other things I have going on. And this looks like a bit chaotic, because it is. But I don't know, I just work this way, and I'm really productive, so I'm kind of apt to continue it this way. But I'm working on little TV dinners from American Girl Ideas, so I have this little cup of corn. It's really cute. You can find her video on YouTube if you want to make this stuff. And then I have little peas, and I have this little brick of polymer clay that I'm making those out of, so I've been making those now and then. And then I've got some sliced turkey, and then these are carrots. So I have, what, 5 TV dinners over here that I'm working on. But I want to get them done in time for when I visit my niece. So, and then these are going to be little rockets. These are based on American Girl Ideas video too. It's just not exact. She used these wooden spools that are kind of expensive, and I don't want to buy those, and I have these plastic ones because I sew all the time. So I decided to use these instead. I think that'll be better. Alright. I'll start this while I'm waiting for that glue to cool off. Alright, so I think what I need to do is, I guess, glue this in here. But now I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should try to wrap the dowel. I think that'll be good. These are skinnier dowels than I'm normally used to using when I wrap them in ribbon, but I think if I use a 1/4 inch ribbon instead of 3/8, that it'll work out just fine. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I also have these little hair bows. I had some scrap ribbon. I made these for the dolls as well. So I got to glue barrettes onto those. And where's the other thing I needed to do? I just saw it. Oh. Got this cool wire. This is from the Dollar Tree. It says floral wire. I don't do much with floral. I don't do anything with floral. So I don't know exactly what it's for, but that's what it said on it. But I'm going to try to make some little wire hangers. Hi. I'm going to try to make some little wire hangers for the doll clothes. And that'll go perfect with the little, trying to think what it would be called, like a portable closet. I designed something based on something that I found on Pinterest. And my husband is, he agreed to build that for me. So it's, I'll definitely show it when it's done, and I'll provide measurements if you like the exact one enough to make it. If not, you can go on Pinterest and see the one on there, or maybe design your own. That's fun part of crafting. You get to do that. So yeah, but it's gonna have a dowel across the top, and that doubles as a handle, and then underneath is the base, obviously, and then I'm having like a 3-inch ledge along it, so not too high so it doesn't interfere with the clothes, but high enough so that, you know, you can stick some pairs of shoes on the bottom, and then when she's carrying around, they don't, you know, slide off and, you know, fly all over the place. So that is the plan. Alright, so I think, crap, I just dropped my tag. Alright, so anyway, I think I'm going to glue on this second unicorn horn, and then I'm going to sign off because I have to grab some other supplies. So, and this video is kind of long, and I don't know how interesting this is, so I'll wait to do some more of these until after I get some feedback. Alright. Where's the seam? I think it's right there. Alright. So let's make sure that's centered. I think it is. They're even. I think so. Alright. Cute. Okay guys, so let me know how you like this kind of format, because I could do videos like this pretty much every week, because this is what I do on pretty much every Saturday and lots of Sundays as well. So, alright, so if you like it, click the little like button down below, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, any suggestions, likes, dislikes, whatever, I can handle it. Alright, happy crafting everybody, and happy sewing, and yay, bye!